everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pivy Does It All. Today I will be taking this off of the knitting machine, taking this hat off the knitting machine, and I will also be talking about my experience with bullying. Um, so let's start by getting this guy or girl off the knitting machine. So I broke my knitting machine. This part came off. It fell off the table, and I'm trying to figure out how to problem solve with that. Let me find my needle. So I'm a little upset. I think because I wanted to use it a lot today, and so it just seems a little poorly timed in my eyes. But that's okay. We're still going to make hats, and we're going to donate to It Gets Better. Between the hours of 5 and 5:30, Shy's brother is going to be matching all of the donations. So I'm planning to donate then. To the It Gets Better project. So I'm just going in with my tapestry needle and taking this off the machine one by one. Come on. Didn't sound good, did it? It's still not moving. This peg is stuck down. This machine is not having a good day. But that's okay. We're gonna make it through. Just fine. Hi, Melissa Crochets with Love. Let me see. I can't quite read. Hi, Pivy. How are you? I'm doing okay. My knitting machine broke, and I wanted to make a lot of hats for Hat Not Hate today. So I'm a little upset about that, but not gonna let that stop me. Just gonna crochet and knit more than I expected to. And it's about effort, not perfection. That's what I always say. And I think that that'll be true today. If you'd like to come up, I can drop a link and we can chit chat through that instead of the chat. Up to you. But just taking this off. Oh, it was second panel mode. So I have this blue hat right here. But cooking, have the babies running around screaming. Thank you though. Yes, just, you have to keep being positive, especially on a day like this, where the point is it's not about me, it's not about um, any one person, it's just about banding together to talk about bullying and how it gets better. So now that I've pulled it all together, I'm going to go through the top a couple times. Sorry, my room is so messy. That's what happens when you're a crafter. I feel like your room has to be chaos, or at least that's what I'm telling myself. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about my trans journey and bullying because I've been very fortunate in my adult life to come out and not be bullied for being trans. But when I identified as a lesbian, I did encounter. Yeah, my yarn is everywhere. Like, look, this is all my blue yarn for today. And then this is just everything else. And then I'll show you the secrets behind the scenes. That's full of yarn. That's full of whips. It's bad. But I did get bullied for being lesbian, and I have never been one to let things fall by the wayside. I've always been one to stand up for what I know is right. And if I know I'm not doing anything wrong and someone is being cruel to me, then I typically say something. And luckily, I've always had resources available to me, whether they be teachers or therapists or people other than that have listened to me, have trusted me, have been on my side. Thank you for saying that. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. Welcome in. I'm just finishing off a hat. My machine, my sewing machine, not my sewing machine, my knitting machine broke. So I've got to be a little creative today on how I'm going to get all these hats done. Blue hat. Okay, now I'm going to sew up the tail of, put this on the ground. So it doesn't break anymore. Hey, baby. I'm gonna glue this back on. I will be right back, Melissa. And I'm going to take some E6000, which is a really powerful glue, and glue on the piece that fell off. This does take a while to cure. So I won't be able to use that today, but that's okay as long as the knitting machine still works. I think we'll be okay. And that's an important piece because it helps thread the yarn into the machine at the right height. So I'm gonna sew in the tail. I was like, why are there two tails? What is going on? And go back the way I came. And bring my coffee in here. That's an uh-oh.
So Melissa, if you did not know, Lion Brand is doing their hatathon for Hat Not Hate and the It Gets Better project. And today, for 24 hours, they're doing it. And from 5 to 5:30 or 5 to 6, I can't quite remember, Eastern Standard Time, they will be, Shira's brother will be matching donations. So that's a great time to donate if you are planning to donate to that cause. The It Gets Better project talks about specifically LGBT, QIA plus, kids and folks in general, who are having trouble believing that it gets better. And so we're here to say, stick with it. You might encounter some bullying or some troubles along the way, but it gets better and it's worth sticking around for. So it's a great cause to get behind, and even if you can't donate, just participating is great. You can go on the Lion Brand Facebook page, and they are having 24 hours of streaming for this cause. So it's really great. And I am making blue hats all day. I did just order a ton of rainbow yarn for Pride and just for other projects for from the Yarn Nut. I ordered some ice yarn from them, and I'm so excited. Because I usually ice yarn ships really fast. The only problem is the shipping is pretty outrageous. And here the shipping is much more reasonable. And I definitely think that I'll be ordering ice yarn this way from now on, because it just is much more reasonable. I mean, I ordered $70 of yarn, and so I ordered like 8 of this, 8 of this, 8 of this. And no, I ordered $50 worth of yarn. $50 worth of yarn, and my shipping came to $11. And that is a lot more reasonable than what it would have been at Ice Yarn, which Ice Yarn I think would have been, I would have just hit the $20 mark, but any more that I would order would bump me up a notch in how much it costs. So it would jump to $30. Although Ice Yarn does have lower prices, only slightly. So it's my first experience buying from the Yarn Nut, so I'm really excited to see how quickly everything happens. I ordered today, and within an hour, things were already shipped, which is really fantastic. But I did say I would talk about my trans journey and as it pertains to bullying. And I've been really lucky to not have any situation where I've been unsafe. However, I have a huge fear of, let me read it. I went to buy yarn from Yarn Nut too. Soon, it's worth it. Lots of beautiful yarn, and I like that you can buy yarn that she hasn't ordered yet. So so it gives you like a 2 to 3 week turnaround if you want to buy that yarn. So I have a lot of fears about being trans and being safe. And I think that comes from a lot of the stories I've heard and a lot of the, just things that I've experienced with a lot of people not knowing about trans issues. And like, for one big example is the bathroom. I've talked to a lot of people about when can I go into the men's bathroom, and I've already been into the men's bathroom once. I had friends outside waiting for me, and I even had someone check on me while I was in there, which was not planned, but that worked out. It is so sad. There are a lot of bullies, and that's why Hat Not Hate is so great, because they're really taking a stand with these young kids about bullying, and having kids stand up and say, you know what, I'm not going to put up with this. I'm not going to put up with watching people get bullied. I'm not going to be a bully. And I think that that is great, because being a bully starts at this age. And, if we can curb that and teach kids that there are other ways to get those emotions that they're experiencing out, that would be great. That would be so positive. Are you a loop or not? I cannot tell. Oopsies, might have just dropped a stitch. I don't know. I really could not tell. It doesn't look like it. But I am terrified of being. Oh, Zach here, mukbangs and more. Bullying sucks, I know, because I was bullied. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. My 13-year-old was bullied for a long time. Oh, I'm so sorry. I regret not telling anyone I was bullied and kept it to myself. I can relate to that. I was bullied, and but I did tell people, and it was really, I kind of have like a success story. I did tell people I was bullied, and luckily people believed me and trusted me. And I think that that's the big fear, right? Is that we're gonna go and tell people, and they're not gonna believe us. And I think that as adults now, we can see people being bullied and say something about it, or know how to handle it better, as long as we keep an open dialogue about bullying, and with our kids, which I don't have any kids, but making sure that we communicate that it's okay to tell people that you're being bullied, and people are going to be on your side. You just have to be able to communicate that. I think this is going to be the most jacked up ribbed hat in the world. So I hope somebody likes it. Oh, I'm so sorry, Zach. If you had to do it again, what would you tell your younger self? I guess is the better way to put it. Because I would tell my younger self to keep calling out bullies, but also to be kinder to people that are not, how do I want to put this? Just kinder to people in general. I was so angry. I was, I said this in a video earlier. I was a bully for a short period of time, and I regret it so much. And I just I was so mean and I was so misdirected in how I took out my anger. And so a day like this for me is a day to show that it took years for me growing up, realizing I had undiagnosed mental illnesses, realizing that I was in the closet, to realize that I had misplaced anger and I was angry at myself and I put that on other people. So I'm so sorry that you were bullied. I'm so sorry to everyone who was bullied. No one deserves it, and for sure, no one. Yeah, I mean, no one deserves it. It's as simple as it is. I would say stand up for yourself to tell someone if you're being bullied. It's fine, and to be kind to people, kindness goes a long way. Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. Really, kindness does go a long way, and it is really, um, you know, both people, a lot of people bully because they are angry and don't know where to put that anger. And if we have people standing up to them, maybe it'll give them that time to reflect and say, why am I doing this? Why am I so mad at people? And um, stop being bullies, because that's the goal. It's not just to have people stop being bullied, but to, like, after they've been bullied, it's to stop bullies before they even start. And that's why this organization is so great. And the It Gets Better project really focuses on LGBTQ folks, and that's who they're donating to today. But the Hats Not Hate project is for all bullying, and that's what's so important, is that we realize that all bullying, no matter what the reason is, who they are, so they bully others to boost their own self-esteem. You're absolutely right, Melissa. And I did that when I was younger, and I still had low self-esteem. I still felt terrible, and I had to realize that the only way I was going to be happy was taking control of my happiness and by not being mean to other people. And people began to like me for who I was. And that was the greatest change in my life. You know, as much as I've changed over the years, it's been great to just um, to realize that when I'm projecting my pain on other people and how I need to deal with things myself. And see, even teachers can be bullies. That's horrible. I'm so sorry, Zach. And that's not true. And I hope that you know now that that's not true. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet, Melissa. Thank you so much. I really have tried to just be the kind of person that I would be proud to be. If someone, you know, called me out on it, I'd want to be like, you know what? I'm proud of what I've done and what I've put out there, and I haven't always been perfect, and I'm still not perfect, and that's okay. I'm gonna keep working to get better. So thank you for that. I really appreciate that. That is very sweet. And Zach, I just want to give you a little hug. Oh my gosh, Zach, you're so sweet. Oh, Zach, you're so sweet. I appreciate that so much. And to truth be told, you guys are inspirations to me. You know, Melissa, you are juggling all of these things in your life and you're doing it. Like, you might not feel like you're doing the best in the world, but I assure you that you're doing a great job at juggling all of these things that you have going on in your life. And Zach, look at you. You came from a background where you were bullied, and you know, have made something of yourself. And that shows that teacher to fuck off. Because no one ever has the right to tell you that you're not going to amount to anything, because it's just not true. And you're such a sweet person. So you guys inspire me, and don't ever forget that, or I will come through this phone / computer and I will bully you. No, I'm just kidding. I won't bully. I will force you to watch me knit horribly. Thanks, Melissa. Yeah. Yeah. I wish I could say, I can't believe a teacher would say that, but I've heard teachers say that to other people. And, you know, I've had teachers be the bullies, and in my life, you know, I didn't even think about it. But saying that I wouldn't amount to anything, that I was lazy, that I was, you know, this or that. You know, teachers can be bullies just as much as anyone else. So, having a guidance counselor, you know, I was really entrusted a lot in my guidance counselor, and found it helpful. But let me read what's going on here. That's awesome. I'm so happy, Zach. We need to do a collaboration where we do a mukbang. I think that would be super fun. And yeah, it's cool how you can come out of your shell like that. It really forces you to come out of your shell. Gonna feed hubby and my parents. Be back soon, my love. Okay, Melissa, I'll talk to you later. That's so awesome, Zach. I'm so glad that so what's your next mukbang idea, if you don't mind me asking? I did one today. I had a salad. My next one, I'm not too sure, to be honest. That's fair. I don't plan out my videos that much, um, at all, really. I'm trying to plan them out more, but yeah, I don't really plan my videos out. I'm sure you have gathered that by my titles and the content within them. I like spicy food, so I like doing spicy food challenges. Um, I did the spicy noodle challenge, and then I think I'm gonna do a hot ones challenge, um, where my wife asks me questions, and I have to answer them while eating hot wings. That sounds good. And I love hot wings. At lunch, so it depends on what I eat at lunchtime. That's fair. It's been hot here, so I haven't been doing a lot of cooking. I totally understand. Where do you live again? I live in North Carolina, so it's been hot and it's been humid. We have been using our AC like it's going out of style. Um, in Ontario, Canada. Oh, so you our hot is a little bit different than your hot. But hot nonetheless. Once it gets hot, it's just I get miserable. I'm not a hot weather person. I just prefer it to be nice and cool, not too cold, not too hot, just nice. Okay, I will be here. Making blue hats, making blue hats and stuff, making blue hats, making blue hats and stuff, making blue hats, making blue hats and stuff. This isn't coming out too bad, actually. It's being managed to somehow work. I love chunky yarn because it works up so fast. Hello, welcome in. I am making a blue hat for Hat Not Hate. Today I'm going with the marathon for the It Gets Better project. The It Gets Better project is a project that helps LGBTQIA plus folks with their by telling them that it might be hard now, but it gets better, and stick with it, stay around, and you'll see that it gets better. And to be in that community and to be able to say that means a lot to me because I didn't always think it could get better. I also am mentally ill. So there's a lot of times, even now, where I don't know if it'll get better for different reasons. So if you go on Facebook on the Lion Brand page, they are doing 24 hours of fundraising for the It Gets Better project. And I highly suggest you go check it out. They're interviewing people. Last time I watched, they were interviewing Vanna White. And Vanna White was showing what she crochets, which is so cool. And yeah, so I'm using Buttercream Cozy. It's a seasonal yarn. It's very thick, very chunky, and it is great for winter hats. So this might be a little bit too thick for a summer hat, but I'm gonna make some summer hats as well. I also have made one hat on my knitting machine. But broke my knitting machine by having it topple off of this very table and landing top down. And now it is in the process of being repaired. It is being glued back together, but the glue takes 24 hours to cure. So yep, that's what's going on with me. I'm gonna go get a charger to charge my phone so I can keep this live going, keep it rolling. So stay right there. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Just gotta figure where to plug this in. I'm back and Pivey's gone. I'm right here. I was just getting a charger for my phone because my phone is low on battery. I might move forward a little bit. Can I make that? I'm like right between chargers. I might have to move you guys back just a little bit. Sorry about that, but I'll move forward for you. How about that? There we go. Okay. So, back to knitting. How's your laundry, Zach? Laundry is like one of the chores that I don't mind. I was gonna say I hate laundry, and then I was like, I don't really mind laundry. It's not that bad. I love fresh laundry when you just like things smell so good and you're just like clean, stain free. If you're me and you spill everything on yourself. Load is in the dryer and I got a load in washer. Nice. I forget, do you know how to knit or crochet, Zach? Another diamond painting. Ooh, what's this one of? Tried doing crochet, wasn't for me. I understand. I think crochet is harder to learn than knitting, personally. I think knitting is the easiest to learn. And I was thinking about doing a series where I taught people how to knit, and then a series where I taught people how to crochet. So, this one is a Dalmatian. Oh, that's so cute. I bet that's going to be really cute. I don't have the patience for diamond painting. I was going to say, believe it or not, but I've never shown that I have a lot of patience. So I don't think that it's hard to believe. Um, Hi, welcome in. I'm just working on a blue hat for Hat Not Hate and was talking a little bit about my experience with fear of being bullied as a trans person, especially as it pertains to bathrooms and the more and more I look like um, the gender that I want to or that I am, the more I run the risk of not being passable enough and being harmed. Although you can be passable all day long and still be harmed. Um, so I just I just really have a lot of fear surrounding that. I went to a convention a couple days ago, well, last weekend, and there were people who were wearing pins on their shirt, and it looked like the trans flag pin, but it said, I'll go with you. And they were like, no matter what you need, if you're getting to the bathroom, anything like that, like you need something, we've got your back. And it meant so much to me. I almost started crying right there. That people would be so thoughtful about how scary bathrooms and certain places can be when you're trans. When I walked into the men's bathroom for the first time, the guy who was using the urinal turned and looked at me, which I didn't make any eye contact because, like, I'm in a bathroom. Why would I make eye contact? Um, and was like, "Oh, I thought you were a chick," and I was like, "Nope." I did my I tried my best to like change my voice, and because my voice is still really feminine, and later my friend came to check on me and was like, "You okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine in here," which was really, really sweet. So I think having allies is incredibly important. And this wearing a blue hat saying, I'm standing up to bullying, is a way that we can show that we're allies. And, I'm just really, really thankful for those people in my life. And I imagine that the kids that are receiving these hats will be thankful as well, because you have kids who are promising to stand up to bullying and to hate that's out in the world, unfortunately. So this is a really great thing that Lion Brand does and is doing, and I'm really happy to be a part of it. And even if I only make one hat, I feel like I did something, at least a little bit of something that helped someone. I'm gonna do my best to make more hats than that. I'm going to once I finish knitting this, I'm going to crochet a hat. In fact, I might put it down in a little bit and start crocheting some hats because I'm faster with crochet and I can get that done a little bit faster. So still gonna try to finish this knit hat because I feel like knitting is something that I haven't done in such a long time. I feel like I owe it to myself to keep my skills sharp, which I don't know if that's what I'm doing right now, but that's fine. So what are you guys up to today? I'm going to try to get Melanie on here later to talk about her own experience with bullying, because Melanie was bullied significantly in school, and I think her telling her story might resonate with a lot of people. But I'll see if she's in the mood to talk about it because she's feeling pretty sick today, and I don't know if she'll want to talk. And people think that once you're an adult, you can't be bullied anymore. And that's really not true. I had a coworker who I believed was getting bullied by another coworker. And I had to tell our manager because my friend, much like you, Zach, was afraid of the consequences of telling about bullying and what she was dealing with. And so I put myself kind of in a position maybe that I shouldn't have. You know, people have said both things, that I did the right thing and that I did the wrong thing. And so who knows? But I know that bullying doesn't stop or might not stop as you reach adulthood. It's not something isolated to kids. But if we stand up and say, no, we're not going to allow bullying, then we can stop those people again and make them reflect on why someone would perceive that as bullying. Okay, let's see. I regret not telling anyone. I think you did the right thing. Thank you very much. I just, I don't have any tolerance for that kind of behavior, and I never have. and maybe it's just kind of in my nature, but I don't like people treating other people as if they are less than them. And I think that that's kind of the principle of bullying, is that you try to make people feel less than, and I don't like that.
Oh, Zach, I'm so glad you had that realization, because you are worthy and you do deserve the best. And
I'm so happy that that you had that realization. And I'm sorry that it took so long, because that's a long time to feel so down about yourself. But I'm glad you got there. If I had a drink, I would say, here's to you. But I don't have a drink. So here's my knitting. Here's to you. Go through.
Oh my gosh, Zach, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I am. Thank you for confiding in me. And I'm going to put down my knitting because I really want to tell you this, Zach. I have been there too many times, and I'm so sorry that it got to that. And bullying and life and all of these things can make us feel so worthless, so unlovable. And I'm so glad that you're still here, Zach. I'm so glad that you have a YouTube channel that's flourishing, that's giving you confidence, that's making you feel worthy, because you are worthy. And thank you for telling me. And I have nothing but respect for you. And I'm sorry that you got to that point. You would be surprised at how many people in this community are right there with you. And I won't tell their names because that's their story to tell, but you are not alone. And I'm so sorry, but I'm glad you're here. And that's what It Gets Better is all about, because it does get better from those moments. And I'm trying not to cry. um, you know, we have to stick together, and your experience is going to help so many people, whether you want to tell people or not. Just you having that experience means that you will understand how someone could get to that point. So thank you for being here. And I'm glad you suck at ending your life. It's not funny, but I have a dark sense of humor. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That's so tough. I had a friend who lost his brother when we were in high school, and that was the hardest I'd ever seen him get hit. So I understand from watching him go through that is such a challenging place to be, and I'm so glad that you're still here. I don't want to knit. I just want to like talk about feelings. Like talk about this, but bullying is just, it's demoralizing, it's humiliating, it's so nasty, and I'm so glad you're still here, and I'm so sorry that you suffered that loss and you were being bullied, and I hope that this campaign can keep kids like you, kids like me, kids like Melanie safe from bullying, and you know, that's the most we can ask for. So oh my gosh, that's fucking disgusting. That's all I have to say about that. I'm sorry for my language, but that's disgusting. That people are so nasty, or can be so nasty, but those people don't deserve the light and the love and the joy that you can bring into people's lives. They don't deserve you. And that's their fault. You know. Hey, Granny D. Hey. I'll be on here for just a little bit more. Zach and I were just talking about how bullies can be so dang nasty, and I'm making a blue hat for so dang nasty. So I have to wrap up at 4. I have a therapy session. Oh, did you see Vanna White? Did you see what she crocheted? I was like, oh my gosh, it's Vanna White. I'm looking forward to watching Crystal from Bag a Day later today. But I'm actually working on blue hats for Hat Not Hate, and you know, talking about bullying, being trans, even if you're not trans or LGBT, because that's what today they're donating for the It Gets Better project. And uh, I forgot what I was saying, so sorry about that. It just things come and go in my brain. Um, but I know from 5 to 6, I believe, that they will be, Shira's brother will be matching donations. So I'm waiting to then to donate. Let's see. Yeah, I actually I got one on my knitting machine and then I broke my knitting machine. So I broke the little thing that feeds the machine. I know we have a 4 o'clock.
I was gonna say, do you need anything?
Some ice water would be great.
Okay. Wine.
Yeah, wine would be great too.
That wasn't a good description. Sorry.
I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Love you.
Love you. Melanie came in and was like, "Do you want some?" And I was like, "What is that? A cigarette? Like, I don't know." But mhm. Yeah, the knitting machine. So, but I'm gluing it back together. Um, and hoping that it stays. I'm using E6000, so I'm sure it'll work. I just have to let it dry for 24 hours. Worthy and loved. I love that. It's true. Granny D, look, I'm knitting. I'm just doing some simple ribbing. Ribbit. I'm trying to do some simple ribbing. It's working a little bit, and then in some spots it's not. So we'll see. Me too. Now, I hate to bump you guys off as soon as Granny D gets on, but I am gonna go to get ready for my therapy session, and I am going to be on later. I'm trying not to be any I'm trying not to get in the way of any big name people on
the hatathon, because I want to be part of that hatathon by making hats. So I love you guys very much, and I will talk to you later. Bye.